little more info on this knife. It's the Gary Wines Bushcrafter from LT Wright Knives. Get this out of the way real quick for those of you that are that care about this kind of thing. The packaging comes in this cardboard box with the LT Wright logo. Some more info on the side there. Inside this box wrapped up really nice with the sheath, and then inside another box. So packaged really well. I know a lot of you guys like to hear about how it comes, and also the sheath. I don't think I've shown you the sheath yet. The sheath is awesome. I believe JRE makes these sheaths for LT Wright, but there's the Dangler. It's got a nice drop dangler on it, double stitched bushcraft style sheath with a 3/8 fire steel loop. Super nice. Carries really well, and the knife actually sits down deep inside the sheath, so big fan of their sheath. So that's the sheath. And again, the knife is the Gary Wines Bushcrafter. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you remember back, it's been a while, I did some videos where I went on a trip with another knife company that LT used to be a part of. I think they're called the BHK Debriefing, if you search on the channel for those. But anyway, if you remember those videos, the guy set up just to the left of me in the Jeep. That was LT Wright. And I recently went to, well, it's not so recent now, but back in late September, I think, went to the Mother Earth News Fair. And I bumped into LT there. He had a booth set up. So I was catching up with him, and he asked if I wanted to check one of these out and share it with you guys. So obviously, of course I did. And I'm really glad I did. I've been messing around with this knife now. I've taken it out several times. I've used it for everything for about 3 months now. Every outing, even stuff around the house, splitting down kindling for the wood burner in the house, everything. I've used this knife solely to try to test it out and give you guys an accurate description and review of the knife. So I've been super impressed with it. I really like the shape of the handle. It fits great in my hand, just better than most knives. It's really got a unique handle design that I really enjoyed. If I were designing the knife, if there were anything I could change on it, there is one thing. I typically prefer a slightly narrower steel. I would prefer like a 1/8 over the 5/32, but I know that's in opposition to a lot of people's feelings on it. I know a lot of people like that thicker steel. It doesn't seem too bulky or overwhelming. It's super well balanced, so no issues there. It's just a personal preference thing. So if you're into a really thick, heavy-duty blade, I don't do a lot of batoning with my knives because I like to carry an axe, year-round. Every time I go out, I bring an axe with me, a small hatchet, whatever. So I use that for mostly, splitting down wood that a lot of people would baton through. And I've batoned this thing quite a bit just to test it out. I mean, kind of pointless because I know the quality that comes out of his shop, but I want to be thorough. So I really beat the heck out of this thing, and it's done great. Anything I wanted to. You saw in the video at the beginning there, it was probably close to 0 degrees that day, and that was really hard beach that was frozen with that huge knot in there, and it just, like it wasn't even there. And as you can see, I have not sharpened this knife still, and it's still got a perfect edge on it. No chips, no dings, no nothing after a super hard 3 months of use. Just no issues. I have cleaned it up quite a bit actually because it was a mess, but I have not sharpened it. I ran it across the strop, probably 2 months into the 3 months, and that's really all you need. The edge on there comes so perfect. If you just keep up with it and run it across the strop here and there, you'll have no issues for it. Actually, the backdrop here, these shavings were all made with that knife. It has cut and cut and cut, and just done a great job of it. Another thing I was super impressed by was the spine on this knife. It's like they say they do it like an ice skate, which is completely true. The spine on this knife is so sharp. It's just perfect for making, using the spine to get down shavings, to start your fire, things like that. strikes a fire steel unbelievably well. Just super job on that spine, just perfect. You couldn't ask for anything better. The size of the knife, it's just under 9 inches. It's 8 7/8 inches overall length, with a little over a 4-inch sharpened edge, which is a perfect size for me. I don't like a real huge blade, but I love the shape of this one. The way it's been executed is just perfect. Scandi grind, obviously, with green micarta scales, and they're green, but if you look, I don't know if you can make it out in the video, but there's kind of a brown in there too. It's a really cool looking micarta, which typically I like a natural material like wood or something like that, but I really like the scales on this knife. The looks of them, obviously they feel great, but they look really cool. It's like a blend between a brown and a green. Really nice look to it. Great finish all the way around on the knife. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of a closer look. If it'll focus here. But super great finish. There's the edge. It's held up just perfect after some good hard use on it. Here's a better look at the scales there. You can see kind of the browns in there, but it's listed as green, so that's what we'll call it, but I really like it. It's got the LT Wright logo on one side, and then the Gary Wines on the opposing side, which it doesn't want to let you see. There we go. But yeah, super nice knife all the way around. But yeah, that's basically the specs on the knife. The sheath, like I said, a nice leather sheath with a drop dangler. It is removable if you're not a fan of the dangler, which I'm not. I typically remove the dangler and just run it through the belt, which you can absolutely do. Other than that, just super great quality. Made in the USA here in Ohio. Awesome company to deal with. I know that means a lot to you guys. It certainly does to me. I would much prefer to buy locally, at least in the United States, and customer service is huge for me. If I can buy a knife from company A, who is, you know, no name, no face, just a brand, as opposed to another company, I'll pay more every time to get a quality knife from a company where you can, you know, get to know the owner. He's there every day working. He's just great values. They really stand behind their product, so, you know, no worries as far as buying from these guys. Highly recommend them. So rather than keep rambling on and making this longer than it needs to be, I'll thank you guys for watching and urge you to check out the links in the description. Even if you're not in the market for a new knife right now, check out the website and look at what they're doing. Some really cool stuff, and learn some more about Gary Wines. What an awesome guy. I hadn't heard of him before I came across this knife, but just a really cool guy. And that's it. Thanks again to you, LT, for sending this over to check out and share with everybody. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and check out the links below.